Just come to my room to get your science book and your notebook. The assignment is in Mrs. Bolton's room. So you're gonna come get your stuff and then go to room 1 today, okay?
Did you go to her class?
Yay!
I hate going in there for different classes.
Yay!
All right, let's turn around. We're almost done. Okay, now we got x equals 500. So what is this number? What does that
That
mean?
is the increase. That is the increase of the potato. Oh yeah, the potato.
Yeah. So this 500% represents. Let's go back to our original.
Yeah.
500% equals the X.
Whoa. The $500 represents the amount of the increase.
See, look, the $400 is so outrageous it has its own little prison.
Hey, Cynthia, you want to see a magic?
Okay, so Austin, Joseph, stop playing around. Let's get back to what we're doing. Okay, so the 500 represents the increase. So now we know the new price and the old price. Okay?
Oh, that could have been easy to figure out because if 800 is increasing 400 by 100%,
Yeah.
and then you just take away 70%.
Or 75%. Yeah, you're actually right. We could have figured it out that way. Nice work. Good thinking.
I told
Yeah, if 400, if we double 400 and that's 100%, that's 800, and we take 25% of that, that would be 100. Yeah, nice.
I'm smart.
Okay. Okay, so now let me go back to this other screen. I still don't know how to use this, guys. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh my gosh. Okay.
That creepy laugh, though.
Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. Do I want to save this? Do I want to clear screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, clear screen.
Because there's nothing on the screen.
All right. So now we figured out the increase, right? So the increase, the new price was what? The new price was
500?
500. So we got, what's the formula?
It's 500 take away 400.
Yes.
And then 400 below it.
Oh, it decreased by it.
And we already know, whoops,
Times
we already know that that was 25%, because we figured that out. Okay, so we already know that that is.
That's a big raise.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go.
It's pretty much the same.
Okay, so this was the increase. It went down to 400. Now, let's see, it increased, so it increased to 500. So here's our new original. This is our new original. And it decreased by 25% of the new price. Okay, it increased by 25% of the new price. So the new price is $500. It was 400. It increased to 500. Now this is the new price again. Just a second. And now this is the new price. And I'm sorry. This is the original price.
I did 500 take away 400 divided by 400 times 100. I got 25%.
Okay. All right, let's think about this for a second.
5.
Why?
I just noticed it.
See, look, this is what happens when you mix letters with math.
And you make a 5 on a 5.
So
And
let's
an
see
F on a
this.
5.
We're trying to figure out
Yeah.
if it's going to go back to the back to the $400 we started with. So we're trying to figure out we had 400, we increased it 25%, and now we're gonna decrease that price back down 25%. And we're trying to see if we're gonna go right back to 400, which we said will be no net effect. So that's what we're gonna find out. So here's the new original price. This is after the increase, the first increase. Now we're gonna decrease this by 25% and see what our new price is. So another way we can figure this out is 500.
Could we just do it my way?
Tell me what your way is.
How I said, like, 800 and the 400 would be 100% increase.
Okay, do it. Do your thing and do the answer. And here's another way we can do it. We can take our original price minus 25% of our original price. What's this number? 20.25 times 500.
Actually, it would be 400. With your original price.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Put it in the calculator. Because I don't think that's right.
I got 25.
No, put it in your calculator. Stop trying to do it with your head because I don't think you're getting the right answer. We need
So
to
what do
check
I
it.
have to put in?
0.25 times 500.
I got 125.
Do you see it's not 100?
100,
Excuse me?
the original number.
You did 400, that's
0.25
why.
times 500.
Yeah.
No,
You had to do
we're
it
not doing the
500.
original. This is what you do right here. 0.25 times 500.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
I
What's
won.
the head of like?
Oh, Cynthia had a big light bulb go off.
125.
So what's the new price? 500 minus 125?
375.
5.
Oh yeah, don't forget to put the line in the middle of the sentence.
I was right, Samuel was wrong. All he said was 5. I said
Yeah, you did.
375. Boom!
Oh. You said 370 and I said 5.
Like this.
Yeah, so we're both wrong. And then I said
Oh,
9.
okay. You went back to it.
Boom!
Don't.
All right, so let's think about this. All right, Joseph, turn around.
Don't.
Let's get back on track.
Yeah.
Now let's think about what happened. We increased it to $500 and it was 25%. It was 400, it went to 500. And then when we decreased the 500, it went to 375. So there was a change. It didn't just go back to $400. But why?
500
Potatoes.
Turn around.
as a different 20 point, 25%. The 500 then 75% of 400.
That's right. 25% of 500 is not the same thing as 25% of 400. We already figured out that 25 of 400 is 100, but 25% of 500 is 125. We got this extra 100 to deal with here. So the net effect, there was a net effect. The net effect at the very end, when we marked it back down, the cost is actually lower than the original price.
There was an error.
So we increased it by 25% and it went to 500. We decreased this amount by 25% and it went to 375. So the original price is 400. The net effect was a decrease of $25. So it seems like it would just make sense that, okay, you increase 25% and you decrease 25%, it's no difference. But we see now that there is a difference because this increase was a much higher price than 400. And now you get it much lower because you're taking off $125.
But they decreased it first.
They increased it first. We increased it from 400 to 500.
They said decrease.
No, we increased first. I'll show you in a minute. You can go back, I'll show you that. We increased it by, if I can go back, I'll show you. We increased it by 400, and then we store decreased, oh, sorry, you're right. The store decreased the price by $25,
Yeah,
and then it increased by 25. Okay, what is that? Sorry, yeah, thank you.
we did the whole problem wrong.
No, but that's okay. How can we figure out, now that we know how it works, can we figure out what's gonna happen?
It's gonna be the 375 and then get $125 and be 500.
It's going to be, okay, we can figure this out really quickly. So we started off with 400, and we're gonna decrease by 25%. What is that gonna be? 25% of 400.
375.
25% of 400?
I don't have to.
100.
Yeah, 100. So
Yeah.
the new price is gonna be 300. And then what about when we increase it by 25%? So 300 plus 25% of 300. Joseph, what's
400.
what's 0.25 times 300? Put it in your calculator because you're just guessing. 0.25 times 300,
75.
75.
0.000.
So our new price is 375.
Yeah.
It's 75.00000.
Now we're back to our answer.
So oddly enough, when we, even though we did it backwards the first time, we still came up with the same price. That's amazing. Okay,
Amazing.
amazing.
Bell's about to ring.
Okay,
Mine
Ah.
blow.
mind blowing.
Over 9,000.
I'm so glad I caught that.
I'm so glad you did too. Thank you.
Why? Why
I
are the
figured
potatoes
every
so
answer
expensive?
out. I'm smart.
Yeah. And why did she kill Mr. Tater? Yeah, you did. You're wasting your memory.
What? Why are the potatoes so expensive?
Because the potato family eats their own potatoes.
No, because the potato.
Okay, I didn't tell anybody to get up or put anything back.
Oh.
You got one more thing to do.
What?
What?
Get your composition notebook.
Ready to put this way?
You need to sit down because notebook for you need to get this done. You guys just wasted all the time going over to do other stuff. So I want you to answer these questions. Finding percent increase and finding percent decrease are alike because how are they alike? Finding increase and decrease are alike.
Because you have
Because-
this out.
Oh. Go over there.
Cause you use the same.
So this is what you write in your composition notebook. Finding percent
Use the
increase and
same
finding percent
formula.
decrease are alike because,
You use the same formula.
okay, put your answer. You put your answer. And then I also want you to answer finding percent increase and finding percent decrease are not alike because, so you're answering both these questions quickly, so you have about 3 minutes. What? And what's your answer to the second one? They are uneven. Okay. I gotta think about that. How are they uneven? What do you mean?
Because like, when you come up with different numbers, like when, in this one, you got 375 and,
That's the result, but I wanna know when you're doing the calculations, finding the percent, how are they different and alike? When you're finding them, when you're plugging in those formulas, how are they alike? And how are they different? You're talking about the answers, I'm talking about the process, how you find them. So when you're actually figuring out doing the formula, what's alike and what's different?
She just gave you that answer. I can't figure out the second one.
Difficult.
How is it invisible?
because it's white. The font is white.
Magician.
So that's what I'm gonna do if I want extra.
I could kind of see it.
That's what I'm gonna do if I want extra work.
All right, guys, I'll talk,
I'm just gonna put
I'll
white
see
font
you
and type it
tomorrow.
I think
Invisible
the
words.
Put your chairs in, please, turn your material.
How did you like my best Mickey Mouse? You try it.
Bye-bye.
Oh gosh.
Oh, did you get your brown box? Oh, boy. Oh, did you get your brown box? I put your materials back.
You sound like Elmo.
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh gosh.
All right, guys, I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh.